When you go to Google and do a search, Google tracks you. Google stores information on you. Google does a lot of things, and they know a lot about you. Up here, they know what my name is. When you sign up for a Google account recently, they've asked for things like your birth date and your phone number and all kinds of stuff like that. So Google knows exactly who you are, and so whenever you do a search, they're tracking that, they're storing that information. And what they're also doing right now is they're trying to link up your different accounts. They're trying to associate your YouTube account with your Google account, with your Gmail account. So, you know, your information is on their server. They know who you are, they know what you're doing, they know what you're thinking, and they probably know you better than you know yourself, because you will lie to yourself. But the facts don't lie. What you look at, what you see, in certain respects, is you. So they know a lot about you. And if you've ever seen the movie The Net, then you'll know the dark side of what I'm talking about. And recently, like I said, Google is trying to put all this stuff together. You know, you do a blog posting and they want to associate that with your Google Plus, and they want to link all this stuff together. So they can put together a profile on you based on your blog, on your Gmail, on your Google Plus, on your Google Plus friends and circles, on everything. And one of the other things that Google does, which has some concerns for me, is they actually customize the information that you see when you put results into the search engine. They customize it for you. So in other words, they might start showing you more and more of what you think and less things that you disagree with. So the problem with that is you don't get any kind of contrary input to possibly change your views, which people do. Alright, so the first step in circumventing all this stuff, and you put it together at Facebook and it gets pretty scary, right? So anyway, the first thing that you can do to circumvent some of this, them knowing way too much about you, would be to go to a different search engine. But let's do a search real quick, and let's just say, let's do a search for Obama. Obama. Enter. Okay. Obama and Romney going to meet for lunch. Barack Obama, his website, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's interesting information. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, the first thing you can do to start to stop the madness is, right now they know I'm Jason Baird and they know I'm searching for Obama. And they're somehow, to some extent, maybe filtering my results based on my profile. Alright, the first thing we can do to circumvent this is to go to startpage.com. So we're going to go to startpage.com instead of going to google.com. You got a start page. And their tagline is the world's most private search engine. Okay, let's just do a search on here. Now, if you notice on this, they don't know that I'm Jason Baird. Or actually, let me say that, well, yeah, they don't know I'm Jason Baird, because on purpose they don't want to know, because they're all about privacy. They actually did a lot of work to keep it private. So it was easier to track it than to erase everything. So they're going to great lengths to not store data on people. Okay, when I press this button, what they're going to do is they're going to send a request to Google for this search. They're going to get the search results back on this and display it to me. So I'm actually searching Google. The difference is Google doesn't know who I am. Alright. So these results look pretty much the same. But there is filtering done, and I'll have to do another video where I can go ahead and spend the time to find something that's obviously filtered and then do the search and show the difference. So anyway, now once I click on a link, now I have established a direct connection to this website. So this website knows well, it doesn't know who I am. It knows a certain limited amount of information about me now that it didn't know before when I sent the information the first time. Startpage doesn't keep those records, and Google didn't know who was requesting that information. But now that I've gone here, it knows a certain thing about me. It knows I'm, it probably shows me as being Richardson, Texas, which is where my ISP comes out of. It knows the IP address of my computer, most likely. So it knows some things, but it doesn't know a lot. Now, they can now put cookies on my machine and then possibly do some kind of a tracking or something like that, but it's not as extensive as what Google could do. So anyway, so in other words, once you do hit a website, then you do have a direct connection with that website. But, they don't know that you came, they don't know all the stuff that Google knew. So Google doesn't know that I've done a search for Obama. So anyway, that is one of the first steps to circumvent the people that really just know way too much about us. And that's the first step. And I do recommend the movie The Net with Sandra Bullock, because it explains. This was in 1995. That's when the internet first started. I watched this movie then, and maybe you did too, and it's much scarier now because now we get it. She meets up with a guy, and the guy's just perfect for her. He smokes the same cigarettes, blah, 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 blah. He's just the perfect man for her. Well, the reason he was a perfect man is because he was a setup for her. They presented this person to him and educated him about everything they knew about her, which was everything. They know her favorite cigarette. They know everything about her. So it's very easy for her to be fooled by a guy who just seems perfect for her, because they know who's perfect for her. So anyway, that is a movie that you need to watch, and you need to start using Startpage.com. More to follow.